Have a comment. Sometimes I see that I'm resting. Sometimes I see that I am moving. Is moving different from resting? So the resting that is being referred to when I speak of resting is the natural, effortless, ever-present rest that awareness already is. So no contrivance of the mind or of attention manipulated or steadied on any phenomenon of our experience can bring about this resting. When I speak of rest as awareness, I'm referring to awareness directly, speaking to awareness and saying, hey, you are already resting as yourself. So simply rest as yourself and know that you are already the substance of everything that you experience. So the movement that appears, the movement of sound that's arising now, the movement of the body, the movement of thought, is already made of the rest, the absolute stability, stillness, presence of awareness. Just as this screen on a relative level is still, and yet all of the movement that's taking place within it is made of its stillness. So the only real substance, relatively speaking, of the screen is the stillness, the rest. So the rest of awareness is already the substance of all the movement. So just see that. That's all that's necessary. See that awareness is always present. There's never a moment when awareness is absent. There's never a moment when we can say, I'm aware of my absence. Or I'm aware that I'm unaware. We can say it, sure, but people will recognize how mad we are. So reclaim your sanity by recognizing that you are ever presently aware. And if you know that, if you can say, I am always aware, it means you are aware that you are aware. Always. You're always aware that you're aware. You're never not self-aware. So that means you're never not resting as self-aware awareness. And if you understand what I'm saying right now, that means if it resonates in the very base of your experience of yourself, then you are resting as awareness. Now, the question I would ask is, can you cease this rest? Can you cease being at rest as awareness? Can you? No, obviously, you are what you are. You cannot cease to be what you are. You're already resting as yourself. You are rest itself. Someone may say that, yes, I am resting now, but later I may not be resting. So, what would the belief be that's arising there, which would give us the impression that I will not be resting as awareness in the future? Well, if we believe that the movement of experience, that is the thoughts, the sensations, the perceptions, can eclipse the rest of awareness or can take awareness along with their movement, then we will feel that awareness has been taken out of its rest. But is that belief valid? Does awareness really come out of its rest to go with the movement? No, awareness is constantly present to bear witness to the movement. Just as we can be completely aware of the screen being still and all of the movement happening within it, we can be completely aware that I am present, aware of myself, and all of this movement is taking place within me. I don't get taken along with the movement. I remain still, free of the movement. So that belief that we get taken along with the mind or get taken along with sensation and leave the rest of awareness gets undermined and debunked and inevitably dissolved by just understanding what is being stated here. If it's understood in the directness of your immediate experience now, it is awareness that is resting as itself, confirming its nature as being always at rest. And so when I say just rest here, I'm not giving an instruction, hey, awareness, now do the rest, make the effort to rest in yourself. I'm saying just recognize awareness, you're already at rest, or I'm just stating a fact. Awareness is the rest of itself. Moreover, I'm not suggesting to a separate entity to make an effort to rest in awareness, because that separate entity is composed of thought, which by nature is a movement. So that movement will never find rest, will never stop. The moment that it stops, it ceases to exist. And so the entity that was defined within that thought dies. So that entity will never find what is beyond its death. Only awareness remains, resting in itself. And it's not a separate personal entity that recognizes that awareness is at rest. It is awareness that recognizes I'm at rest. I'm here after all of those thoughts of seeking rest have disappeared. When the ego dies, all that remains is awareness resting as itself. So maybe we started watching this video believing we were a personal separate entity that is on a journey to becoming more and more established in the rest of awareness. And as we listen to this, who's the we that listen to this? It's really awareness that's listening to this, either filtered through the belief in ourself being separate or not. And as we understand what's being stated here, the belief that we could be other than the rest, that we could be taken away from the rest of awareness, just disappears. It gets invalidated by our experience.